and the New Jersey Devils have done what the hockey world probably thought was the impossible. The boys go into Sunrise, Florida, and win both matchups against the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, and sweeping the champs in their own barn, taking all 4 available points, giving the Panthers 0. You absolutely love to see it. Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And I must know, inquisitive minds must ask,
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? And I'm tired of asking you guys, are you not entertained? Last night we witnessed arguably the biggest and best regular season game in years for your New Jersey Devils. Given the stakes, given all the chatter and the noise in the background, they do it big. A decisive 6-2 victory over the Panthers in the second game of their little mini-series in Sunrise, Florida. This team is, in fact,
heavier, get a little edgier, a little more violence.
Heavier, edgier, more violent. Guys, I've been telling you, you don't want to listen. I've been telling you since the summer. Fitzy sprinkled the secret ingredients on this roster, goes out and gets the heavier, edgier, more violent gentlemen. And nights like last night show you exactly why the Panthers are a war-proven, just battle-tested team, and you need those guys to win these matchups. This is how you win in the league. And I have to address the doomsdayers and those talking smack. To all of you, deposit your apologies in the comments. I'm going to say it one more time. To all the doomsdayers and the people chirping left and right after each loss, deposit your apologies in the comments. I am drawing a line in the sand right now. You are either on board or not. After today, it's too late. We will reject you as a community. You either believe in this team or not. This is your last chance. The ship's pulling out of the station, folks. You're either on board now or you're not. This team is destined for great things this season. What a win for this Devils club. What a win. Oh, there's so much to get to. Let's get to the game. First period, the Panthers have a couple chances early, and I was hoping, like I said, after the last game, I hope the Devils come out with way more intensity than we did in game 1. We kind of survived. The Panthers controlled the game for stretches. And the first period and the first half or so, the second period in game 1 was not great for the Devils. Panthers came out kind of on fire early, and I was like, oh no, please not again. Quickly dismissed and out of my mind. The Devils matched the intensity there, came out much harder, and they were countering the chances of the Panthers. Early and often, Nico, Timo, and Noesen just working it around. And at 10:01, Noesen down low, battling in front of the net, readjusts his body, moves his stick up and over to the other side with a nice readjustment, gets his stick in position, and just makes a backhanded swat on a puck. Gets it past Bobrovsky for his 8th of the season, giving the Devils the 1-0 lead at 10:01. And my God, what more can I say, guys? Stefan Noesen, a junkyard dog. Junkyard dog. This guy is big. He is nasty. He gets to the front of the net. He goes in corners. He goes to the dirty areas. He has great vision, kind of sees one step ahead in the game, always slides himself into a shooting position, waiting for passes, looking for rebounds, looking for deflections. This guy is a gem, arguably the best signing for Tom Fitzgerald in the summer, a long list of amazing signings. Long list of amazing signings. Noesen very well may be the best, but he's got some stiff competition with Paul Cotter, in my opinion. But, my God, what a beautiful goal by Stefan Noesen. And that Devils 1-0 goal, unfortunately, was short-lived. Although that line stayed on the ice after the goal. They generated another chance, and I thought, wow, they might get too quick. They did not. And unfortunately, at 12:13, former New Jersey Devil Jesper Bratt has the puck in tight going towards the net. Dougie Hamilton gets completely mesmerized. Puck watching. Tries to make a play on the puck. Misses horribly. And Boquist turns him inside out. And Dougie will live forever in the Boquist career highlight reel. That's going to be one that Boquist shows his grandkids one day. Awful coverage by Dougie. I don't know what the hell happened there. He got frozen, and like I said, puck watching, mesmerized. Boquist turns him inside out, and all he had to do was step up and play the body. Not even a thunderous hit, even a small forearm on the guy's shoulder, a little glove to the body. Any sort of remote contact there, I believe, would have knocked Boquist off the puck, or at least, altered his path enough where that goal never happens. But Dougie goes to the puck, completely misses. Boquist finishes in tight, and at this point, I was furious. Completely furious. The Devils, I thought, we're going to hold on to that lead for a little bit longer. Another former Devil scorches us. Boquist, with his third of the season, ties up the game at 12-13, and I was pretty pissed. It is what it is, but that was terrible. He's got to be better in those scenarios. That could be the difference between a win and a loss in a game like this. Unfortunately, it didn't really haunt us, but Devils get a late power play in the period. Siegenthaler draws a penalty with about 35 seconds left. Devils are pressuring the Panthers. Bobrovsky makes a big save. Devils keep possession. Bratt gets the puck and just rips it through a crowd. A little traffic in front. Guys kind of skating around. Rips it through everybody. Beats Bobrovsky. Gives the Devils the 2-1 lead. And that is how the period ends. And what a period it was. Wow. This is warfare, guys. These games are like playoff games. I am so fired up right now. This was just an amazing, amazing period of hockey for the Devils. Also of note in the period I have here noted down, total garbage penalty on Tatar. He did absolutely nothing. Phantom call. Refs have been screwing us all year, I feel like. I'm sure tons of fans of different teams all say that, but I feel like there is some egregious examples of bad officiating going against the Devils. But luckily the Devils killed it off. Again, that didn't come back to bite us. But another sad, what are they calling here? I don't know. But Devils up 2-1 going into the second. Allen makes some big saves early. And then on a routine faceoff, Panthers win. Reinhart gets the puck. He kind of delays a second and just rips one past Allen. Allen's got to make that save. A bad goal for sure. And Reinhart ties up the game with his 13th at 4:45 of the second. 2-2. And I was pissed too again because it's just not a good goal. And every time it seemed like early on the Devils would get the momentum, the Panthers would come right back. And it's not going to be easy. They're the defending Stanley Cup champions. They were first place in the East for a reason. They are a very good team. And it's never going to be easy. But that was kind of disheartening. And again, not a great goal. I was a little deflated at that. But I knew we were in the game. I mean, this was just a back and forth, just action-packed game. It really was. A little while later, only about a minute and 11 seconds, at 5:56, while on the power play, Devils have possession. Jack throws it towards the net, and it deflects off Mercer's skate as he's crashing to the net. Deflects off his skate, and in the net's knocked off kind of right as the puck's crossing. At first, everyone thought it was Jack's goal, and then they were like, oh, we got to look at this. There was a little huddle up, a little deliberation. I thought there was a chance the goal wasn't going to count. I would have been livid. It was super close, but the puck did cross the line right before Mercer knocked the net off. But great heads-up play by Mercer to try to hold himself to prevent from bowling the net over sooner. He just held up enough because it was super close. But after the refs get together, they call it a goal. Originally credited to Jack, I believe. Later on, changed to Mercer. Banks off his skate, and great things happen when you throw the puck at the net. Again, I talk about it. We've seen it happen to the Devils. We lost that painful Sharks game because of a fluky kind of play where a guy just threw it towards the front and banks off somebody. Throw pucks at net, see what happens. Rebounds, deflections, tips, anything could happen in this game. And great heads-up play there. Mercer crashing the net. Gets his 5th of the season on the power play from Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier, giving the Devils the 3-2 lead. Late in the second period, the Devils once again draw a late penalty against the Panthers. They're going on the power play. I believe it was like with 20-something seconds left. And as soon as the penalty was called, I'm like, no way we get another kind of back-breaking power play goal at the very end of a period. And that's exactly what happened. Devils go on this power play with 20-something seconds left in the period, win the faceoff. They're passing it around. It's a little clinic, just snapping it around. And then eventually, tic-tac-toe, Hughes to Nico to Noesen, his second of the game. Beautiful, beautiful play. Noesen, again, just finding where to be and just blast the puck past Bobrovsky, giving the Devils the 4-2 lead with 11 seconds left in the period. I mean, wow. And this one I thought was the backbreaker for the Panthers. With the 1-goal lead, I was a little nervous. After Noesen gets this one, the second period, another period of a late goal against for the Panthers. Devils up 4-2 after the period. I was feeling really good. I was flying high. The texts, me and the boys were texting a ton. I did not think we were going to lose this game after that. You know, some games I felt uneasy about. The boys were in war mode tonight, and you'd love to see it. Noesen with his second, another just, what a monster of a man this guy is. Just down low, just complete menace. Complete menace. You love to see it. I can't sing the praises of Stefan Noesen enough. I mean, what an acquisition. He's on pace for like 38 goals or something. You know, I don't think he's going to, unfortunately, maintain this level of production, but he's going to have a career year as a New Jersey Devil. After he went down to Carolina, was in Bryn Mawr University for a couple seasons, comes back to the Devils for a second stint, and a brand new man, a brand new player. I mean, this guy cannot be stopped right now. What a season for Noesen. Devils go into the third up 4-2, and at 3:50, Panthers can't clear. Jesper Bratt picks it up and rips one on net that gets past Bobrovsky, trickles in. Bratter's second of the game, 7th of the season. Devils take the 5-2 lead at 3:50, assisted from Tatar and Luke Hughes. Another beautiful shot by Jesper Bratt. And after that one, I was like, game over. Night, Panthers. We're taking 4 points in your building. 5-2. Then it started to get a little chippy. People were taking liberties. You know, a lot of rough stuff all around. At one point, Jackhughes kind of was getting in tight, and Lundell was kind of cross-checking him from behind, and then they met up on the board shortly after, and Jack went after him. Love to see Jack get fired up. I think he's actually becoming a little heavier, edgier, more violent himself as a result of the team toughness is on the rise. Being around these guys day in and day out and going into these wars, like I've predicted in the past, it's eventually going to start rubbing off on some guys. They're going to start playing a little bit chippier, and they know that they're a unit out there. The boys are soldiers at war on that ice. And this team, I am so jacked about this team, guys. I have a really, really good feeling. And then eventually we see the toughest man in the National, Kurtis MacDermid, get to do some of his handiwork. Him and Gadjovich drop the gloves for a beautiful, beautiful bout. A very long stare down. They're sizing each other up. It felt like forever, but it was probably 12 seconds in real time, which is an eternity in an NHL hockey fight. But they square up. The arena cues the Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Stone Cold 316 music blaring in the arena. Exchange punches. MacDermid's killing him early. Just downward crushing shots to the side of his head. Just, I can't imagine his brain just rattling in his skull as MacDermid was crushing him. And at the end of the fight, credit to him, he recovered a little bit and throws a wild shot that kind of lands on MacDermid and like kind of stuns him. And he was already kind of losing his footing before then. MacDermid kind of goes down, immediately recovers, and like ends up in the top position when the refs are breaking it up. MacDermid absolutely killing him early on in the fight, and credit to Gadjovich. He recovers and lands that big shot at the end. And right after the fight, I said I gave the decision to Gadjovich just because while he was getting killed, he landed the single biggest punch at the end and kind of staggered MacDermid. But then after learning that Gadjovich went down the tunnel and was out of the game, I reversed my original decision, and I'm now calling it a draw. MacDermid easily was winning the beginning of the fight. Gadjovich lands the big one at the end, but then he was knocked out of the game due to the damage he took. So I'm going to call that one a draw. Very good fight, and credit to Gadjovich. This guy is tough as nails. In the last game, he had that amazing slobber knocker, old school throwback tilt with Brendan Dillon, and tonight he goes with the toughest man in the National, Kurtis MacDermid. I mean, congratulations, Panthers fans. You have, I mean, obviously you have a whole team of animals, but Gadjovich is just, he is a beauty. A crazy brawl with Dillon the game before, and now MacDermid. That guy is tough as nails, but an absolute great scrap with MacDermid and Gadjovich there. I'm fired up. At this point, I know we're winning the game. We're now winning the fight. You love to see it. And then at 14:48 of the third, Panthers on the power play decide to pull Bobrovsky, get a little gamble going, try to make something happen, down 3 goals. Bobrovsky on the bench, Panthers with a 6-on-4. Bratt wins a race to a loose puck and fires it into the empty net for the hat trick, sealing the 6-2 win. Jesper Bratt A hat trick on the road, sealing the 6-2 win for your New Jersey Devils. And make some noise. Jesper Bratt has done it. Jesper Bratt has done it. A hat trick on the road, taking 4 points from the Panthers. Once again, unfortunately, I have to voice my displeasure a little bit. It seemed like there was a good amount of Devils fans there at the arena. I didn't really see any hats go on the ice. And let me remind you guys about hat trick etiquette. I know it's painful for some of you. If you are at a game and a Devils player gets a hat trick, you must, under all and any circumstances, I don't care if you just bought the hat in the gift shop 20 minutes before, if you witness a hat trick live, you must take the cap off and launch it on the ice. That is your duty as a hockey fan. Please get on board with this. I need to see more hats on the ice. At home, on the road, like I said, there's a bunch of Devils fans there. I didn't really see any hats on the ice. You must throw your hat on the ice. I implore you. Throw the hat on the ice. It's okay. It's only money. Go buy another hat. Go buy another hat. Throw that on the ice. Jesper Bratt with the hat trick to seal the 6-2 win. And wow. All I can say is wow. I was hoping the boys would get 4 out of 6 points on this Florida road trip, and now I am greedy and I want them all. I thought, in my prediction video, I said I thought we'd split with the Panthers and beat Tampa Bay. We took both from the Panthers against all odds, shocking the hockey world, and now I'm greedy and I want all 6, baby. I want to go into Tampa, roll them over, and come home to New Jersey with 6 points in the bank. I would be absolutely elated if it could happen, and the boys, I'm sure, are going to be trying to do the same. They are absolutely going to be trying to do the same. We look at the game stats. Devils with 29 shots on goal, Panthers with 27. Devils owning the Panthers in the faceoff circle, 61.1% to 38.9. What a domination. Devils power play is getting hot, my friends. 3 for 5 on the night, and the penalty kill, perfect. Panthers 0 for 5 on the power play. Devils with 29 hits, love to see that. Heavier, edgier, more violent. Panthers with 45 hits. They really are the blueprint for a successful hockey club, folks, and the Devils took a nice chunk out of them on this trip. Devils 13 block shots, Panthers with 10 block shots, Devils with 16 giveaways, Panthers with 15 giveaways, Devils with 4 takeaways, and the Panthers with 8 takeaways. And what a performance, what an outing. So much to be happy about, so much to be thankful for. And just to get you guys up to speed a little bit, you know, in the grand scheme of things, where this New Jersey Devils club are in a couple categories, okay? After last night's game, the Devils are 6th in the entire league in goals for, with 72 goals through 20 games, which is good for 3.6 goals a game. 6th in the league in goals for. Devils are also 6th in the league in goals against, with 2.63 goals against per game. And what about special teams? Devils with the 4th best power play in the league at 30.5%. And the Devils also have the 4th best penalty kill in the league at 85.5%. When you put all of these elements together, you have a badass winning hockey team. Your 24-25 New Jersey Devils. And guys, this is just what I've been waiting for. It's the culmination of everything coming together. The guys buying into Keefe's system. The guys playing for each other. Getting good to great goaltending. Being defensively responsible for the majority of the game. The offense finishing their chances. It is just absolutely phenomenal. And let's just talk about my man Kurtis MacDermid for a minute. The toughest man in the National. The Devils' record with Kurtis MacDermid in the lineup is 6-1-1. Kurtis MacDermid, 6-1-1 on the season. To those that whined and complained about the deal when we signed him in the summer, oh, well, why are we paying him that much money? He can't play and he can't play. Blah, blah, blah. I only have one thing to say to you guys as well. Deposit your apologies in the comments. He is leading the way in the heavier, edgier, more violent category. He is obviously a great presence on the bench for the team. The boys feel safer. He makes the other team play a different way. They're not running guys nearly as often because they know they're going to have to answer the bell. Kurtis MacDermid is the ultimate sheriff. Having him on the ice or on the bench in the game, the other team knows. They're fully aware of what this man is capable of, and they don't want the smoke. Outside of a few brave souls, credit to Gadjovich, but the majority of players want absolutely nothing to do with Kurtis MacDermid. We saw a few games back, I forget who it was against, MacDermid and a defender for the opposing team were going for a puck, and the defender had a couple steps on MacDermid. MacDermid started flying towards the puck as well, and the defender backed up and just let MacDermid take it because he didn't want to get crushed. That is an absolute thing of beauty. People are absolutely terrified by this man, and you love to have a guy like this on your roster. The king of the physicality. Oh, and last promo, heavier, edgier, more violent. Not many t-shirts left. I expect them to sell out in the next day or two. There's not many left. I don't know what you're waiting for. Link in description of the video. The very first drop from Running with the Devils got the little logo there. They're going to be gone soon. Get it while you can. They're never coming back. But Kurtis MacDermid, I can't sing his praises enough. I was a huge fan of this guy the day we got him. And, you know, as the season went on with the line brawl, his legend was solidified. He cracked a couple more skulls along the way. And he's a protector of the boys, and they love having him around. And the Devils' 6-1-1 record is something to be said with him in the lineup. But Keefe has got these guys starting to get it going. They are getting it going. They are starting to gel. You'd love to see it. This team is much better than last year's team. This is not last year's New Jersey Devils, folks. This is a new and improved New Jersey Devils team. And if they keep playing this way, I think we're going to win a couple of those playoff rounds. I really do. I would love to see hockey at the Rock in late May. And if they keep playing anywhere near this pace, I fully expect Sheldon Keefe to be nominated for the Jack Adams Trophy as Coach of the Year. And maybe a couple of our players will have cracks at some hardware as well. But what a game. What a little 2-game stint in Sunrise. Shocking the defending Cup champions. Taking 4 points, giving them none. And now we're going into Tampa Bay looking to complete the sweep in Florida and come home with 6 points. I hope they come out with the intensity they had tonight. I'm assuming we're going to see Markstrom in that game. Hopefully we see the Markstrom that we saw in the first game against Florida a couple nights ago. And if we see all of that, I believe this team will be coming home with 6 points in the bank, courtesy of the Sunshine State. What a game. I am so fired up. But let me know what you thought about the game in the comments. Let me know what you think about anything I said in this video in the comments. Anything, everything, New Jersey Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. Shout out to all of you that came to the post-game live and dealt with some technical difficulties. I hate technology. Something always goes wrong. I'm not as big of an idiot as many of you think. There's tons of things you have no control over and crap breaks. But that's, you know, a rant for another time. But shout out to all of you that came out. It was a great celebratory night. Many of the Doomsdayers were noticeably absent. Shocking after the Devils knock off the Cup champs 2 times in a row. But I'll be back soon. And what a night in Sunrise. What a night in Sunrise. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go.